guys, and welcome back, and today we're going to be looking at making a base for our Dreadclaws. Okay, so this is the base that it comes on, which is a pretty standard large GW base. Pretty fantastic. Just to give you an idea, that's the size of it. That's a mobile phone, so it's pretty much a very large base. Now, one of the things I'm often asked about basing is how do you plant in your stand so you get it perfect and don't get glue all over it and stuff like that. Well, there's ways of doing this, and I'm going to show you how. And all you need is some cork boarding, which you can buy from any hardware store or tiling or flooring shop, and it's fantastic. It's really good stuff, and we're going to be using that. So I'll see you in a few seconds. Okay, welcome back. So what we're going to do is we're going to rip up 4 corners. So we've got 4 corners like so. There's our corners, there's our corners. And this is going to be nice and simple, and this will guarantee you you'll be able to slot in your stand in the right place every time. So what you do is if I just come around the camera so we can see what I'm doing, you just place that like so. So that's pretty much centered. Stick that in there, and you take this bit and then you go put that bit to that side. I mean, you can do this any way you like, but I'm just sort of being a bit pedantic about the way I set it into place. And then you spin it around, you just stick that there, and finally that piece goes there. Now what you've got is, if you take that away, that's a guaranteed centre or guaranteed marker every time for your base, so you always know it's going to fit in like that. And so when you come to glue it in, after you've done all your detailing and stuff like that, just slots into place like so. You can just glue it in there, and you've got a nice clean base. You've got a nice clean stand without any of the glue and stuff all over it, or spray paint, and it will just fit in like so. And that's the easiest way of doing it. And then what we're going to do now is we're just going to dress the rest of the base. So I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, welcome back. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our glue. So what I've done is I've just put some glue on there, a nice disposable piece of cardboard, and we're going to just brush our glue up onto it. If it moves, don't worry, we can just reset it, it's not a problem. And again, we want our glue to go over it, so we're basically painting the thing like so. It's a nice easy thing to do. Now I'm covering it over because we're going to be adding some other bits and pieces to it, and when we add our sand, that'll give us a nice grip as well. So we're just going to paint all the way around. This is the best bit, this is the mucky part that we all like. It's always good fun. Don't worry about getting it in the centre, because we'll just clean that up. That bit goes around there, and we can clean it off. Oops, there you go, see? Always happens. Do not panic. That's easily fixed. All we have to do is take our stand and just do that with it, and that'll push it back into place. Simple as that. And what I'll do is, just to make sure though, I'll stick my finger on there, and then we'll just brush the glue onto it like so. And we can clean it up around the edges. That's easily done. So making bases was one of the fun part. Creating a narrative and story is part of the best part of building models. Okay, so our glue's on there, so let's just move that out of the way. Let's put a brush in there, mix. Okay, so there we have it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take bits and pieces that we've got. I've just got to move myself around the camera, and we can just add some extras, bits of debris onto there like so, and we can add a bit more debris there. All this helps because we can just rip little bits up and just stick it on the base. What we don't want to do is we don't want to lose our cross, so to speak, because basically that's going to allow us to make sure our base sticks in every time. Okay, so now we've got to add sand, so I'm going to cover this in sand and I'll see you in a second. Right guys, and welcome back. So our base is dried. This is what we've done with it. It's pretty cool because if you look here, we've got our easy fit holder or slots, so it just slots straight in there like that. Now you notice that there's a line there, that's going to be repainted, and what we're going to do is we're going to add some bits and pieces to this, probably like grass tufts and stuff, just to hide it, which will really help. But first of all, we need to just fill the base up a bit more because it's a bit bland looking. We could do some more stuff to it, so I'm going to use some chippings from Famous Gaming. I'm just going to pour some of these out. You don't need too many, you just need just enough just to make it hold. And we need to get our glue. There we go. And for this I'm just using cheap PVA that you can get from a craft shop. It's not that expensive, which is pretty good. Let's just put that there. Let's just pour out our glue. There we go. And we can continue with adding stuff to the base. Okay, right, so what we want to do is just gonna add, where do we need it most? Around here really. A load of glue into around here. So there we go. I'm going to do this for the camera because I can't actually see what I'm doing. So I'm putting it very liberally, just plastering it on, because we're going to need to put our pebbles on, well, little bits of slate, and we need a fine base in order for them to stick to, like so. And this is just adding a bit more detail to the base, just dressing it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one and I'm just going to grab some glue and I'm just going to add it like so there, and I'm going to put it on like that. It's a messy job, but as they say, someone has to do it. And to me, this is the for me, sorry, I should say, this is the fun part. This is what this is the exciting part of it. The getting the messy, gluing stuff in, and just getting it on there. Now you're going to have to leave it dry for quite a while. So what we're going to do is I'm going to add a few more, and we'll come back after it's dried. Okay guys, I'll see you in a second. Hi guys, and welcome back. So here we have our finished base. So it's that simple. It's basically how you want to dress it. Now we'll paint this up at some point, and we'll glue in our base stand, sorry I should say. So basically that's how it's going to fit in, and it's a nice slot just in there. Now what we can do is to hide stuff, in fact I think it's the other way, but to hide stuff we can add grass tufts in the gap. We can add all sorts of things on this just to spruce it up, and that's the beauty of it. It's nice and easy to do. It's how you create narrative for the base, to tell your story of what's happening, and where your marine is, or where your vehicle is, or where your flyer is, and stuff like that. So it's that simple. Okay guys, now what I normally do is I give it a wash of PVA glue and water just to seal it all in and just to make sure that it stays in place. So I'm going to see you in the next video. You take care, see you later on.